welcome to Mono Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and looking like a radioactive tampon or a banana with a yeast infection is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Yeah, well, it's better than being Gerty.
True. Not better than being Sam, though.
No.
Poor El Sam.
Poor Sam.
Yeah, this is like, it's a really good film, but it's quite dark.
It is very dark.
Ways.
It's really bizarre. It's a film I enjoy more each time I watch it because I can see the comedy elements of it.
The first time I watched this film,
it was pretty depressing.
It was at a house party, actually. It was another New Year's Eve watch, and I watched the first half an hour and then didn't get to watch the rest of it for about 6 months.
Oh no.
I was like, I got to the part where... So
you got like, he woke up in the infirmary and you were like, what the fuck is going on?
No, I got to the part where he finds the other body.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh what happens? Like, this is the most important part of it.
Oh no.
No, it is. I also really enjoy this film, and subsequent watches, yeah, you do pick up on a lot of things, and yeah, it's one of those ones that's fun for just that reason, like.
Yeah, there's loads of little hints and nods throughout it and little Easter eggs.
Some more obvious than others.
Yeah.
I am the one and only being his wake-up call.
Oh. And the t-shirt as well.
Oh, yeah.
It has a slogan on it.
As I wake me up when the shift ends, I think.
Yeah.
Or wake me at quitting time. Something to that effect, anyway. We're talking about Moon today.
Yes.
Sam Rockwell's first appearance on the podcast?
Yeah. We haven't done Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but he is not my Zaphod.
No, he is not my Zaphod. We will probably do the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy at some point. Maybe do both of them, the BBC series as well. But
not my president.
No, not my president.
That's not the word the heads are.
No, he's
and that
fine,
really annoyed me because he is actually really good as Zaphod.
Yeah, he's fine as Zaphod, but
the head configuration really irked me.
No, I prefer the other Zaphod. Like, as cheesy as he looks, he just, for me, he's more Zaphod.
This actually has, if you watched a lot of like BBC sci-fi in particular, like Red Dwarf.
Well, they use some of the Red Dwarf sets.
Yeah, like a lot of the way the moon base is has, like, in particular the sleeping bunk area is...
Oh, it's absolutely Lister's bedroom.
Yeah. And
it's just missing the top bunk, that's all.
Yeah, and even using the miniatures... It just gave me like, oh yes, this is like good old BBC 90s sci-fi comedy.
Well, I mean, Duncan Jones would obviously have been influenced by that. And there is plenty of other American sci-fi references. There's loads of Space Odyssey and Blade Runner and plenty of other references. But yeah, the British... The
look of it, it's like Thunderbirds as well. And
no, the miniatures are great.
Like, I grew up on like Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet and the Mysterions and all of that shit because my dad's English.
Yeah, no, it is. It definitely is more of a. It's not an English sci-fi film, but it appeals to English sensibilities.
It's that classic sci-fi look. Very much that. With like the little rover that they go around in with its huge chunky wheels.
Yeah,
it's like the little 6-wheeled rover. I want that remote control. I would have so much fun with it. I want the little like harvester thing.
The harvester looks great. I just love the way the little rover
drives up
and onto it.
Yeah, I was like, Thunderbirds!
But look, let's do a summary and then we'll go back to talking about how awesome the miniatures are. Sam Bell is the lone worker of a helium-3 mining operation on the moon who's reaching the end of his 3-year stint. With loneliness taking its toll, a distracted Sam is involved in an accident on the moon's surface. Waking up in the base, Sam becomes suspicious of his AI companion Gerty and sneaks out to the crash site, finding something that shakes his entire worldview. Moon view?
Moon view.
His entire moon view. That gives nothing away. Now let's do a whole spoiler chat about the film.
Yeah, this film raises so many ethical questions.
Yeah, that's because like it's you. I never saw the trailers for it, but I believe the trailers set it up more as a kind of he's
going crazy.
He could be going crazy, or if it is a clone, it's like, why is there a clone? But once the clone thing becomes apparent, then it becomes a whole different thing about survival, basically. And I really like that aspect of it. It's not just
corporations being big, evil, and corporation-y.
Yes.
Which this, when you look at the cast list for this, you're like, Sam Rockwell, amazing. Yeah. Voice of Gerty is what it is.
Yeah.
And then you're like, Benedict Wong, Matt Berry.
Yeah. Dominique McGilligan.
Kayla Scud, I cannot pronounce her surname. She was in The Maze Runner. She was in Skins.
Yeah.
And you're kind of going, I don't
remember
any of these people.
Yeah. Because you see very, very little of any of them. And I like that you only see...
And it's so blurry because it's like that old... All the equipment, like the transponders and the screens are the old cathode ray tubes, and it's all supposed to be like interrupted uplink because they're on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, but the only person whose face you see other than Sam's is Tess's in the videos.
Yeah.
You can't even really make out Overmeyer. You can't really make out Eve because he calls her on the little screen.
Yeah.
And Overmeyer and the other guy are at the far end of a table.
Yeah,
so
miles away.
It's unmistakably Matt Berry's voice, but you can't see him
at all. But there's certain words and you're like, hang on.
And even when the rescue, in inverted commas, crew show up.
I do like the fact that that's like the head of VFX, the head of, I think it's like one of the assistant producers or the AD.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's 3 crew members. We were like, look at the fucking state of them.
Yeah.
That's no rescue mission. That is very clearly 3 mercenaries coming to kill you.
It's the funniest joke in the whole film. I say it's like, here's your rescue team, and the 3 pictures pop up, and like it was like seriously like give us your best mugshot look, lads. Like they are wanted posters. It's like they are not a rescue crew. They're not even a burly salvage crew. They are mercenaries. Yeah, they are absolutely coming here to kill you. Yeah, even when they show up, you just see like their shadows, and you see a bit of one of those suit. You don't even see his head, and I like that. Yeah, the only person that you have the whole time really is Sam and a little bit of Tess, and even then they're only recorded videos. It's not like it's live conversations.
He seems to have no immediate or direct access. They're like, oh, the long range uplink is down, and you see that as well, like when he's out in the little rover going out to check on these harvesters.
Yeah, it's searching for communications.
Because they go out to empty like the harvester canisters, and they send them back, and it's like, what, 3 days?
3 days
to send it back.
Well, it says that the return journey to Earth is 3 days.
Yeah.
For Sam when he finishes, but that could also be a lie because he's he's not
so isolated. They're drip feeding him information.
We will assume that it's a 3 day journey for the
He has
back.
Gerty, who's his AI's somewhat
Deep Space Insanity companion.
Yeah, at least it's not Kevin. Because oh good god, or Rimmer. I would rather have Rimmer in this situation.
If it's a choice between Rimmer, Gerty, and
Kevin,
I'm actually going to go with Gerty. Well, no, because. Like actor Kevin Spacey aside.
Wait. What's the actual ship AI in that ends up getting the little body? And he's so freaking cute. Hugh. Gertie's more of a Hugh. The way he's like, I'm trying to protect you.
That's why I'd actually pick Gertie, because Rimmer is Rimmer and Kevin is just Kevin. And
can I have Hugh?
Yeah.
When he's in the little robot body?
It was your pick one, so you can change the parameters of the question if you want. And then, if it was Hugh, I'd go with Hugh because Hugh was badass. But if I have to choose between Gertie, Kevin, and Rimmer, I'm picking Gertie. No, because that's one of the things that I actually do really like about it is, the whole corporation bad aspect of it, but you're expecting Gertie to be on the corporation side, but he really isn't.
No, he is giving him information. He's just waiting for the question to be asked.
Well, there was something that I hadn't spotted before that I saw I think it was in the Goofs, probably incorrectly regarded as a goof, when Gertie is communicating live back to Earth. He shouldn't need to use a video and audio feed because he's a robot who's linked into the whole station. He could just communicate on that end with audio if he wanted to. He didn't have to communicate from the moon base with audio.
Let Sam see.
So he actually did that on purpose. So Sam, because now there's 2 Sams awake and Gertie knows that. And that's Gertie actually, because we see Gertie actively help him later on with the password. That's Gertie sneakily helping him by allowing him to raise the suspicions.
He's got to protect Sam. And there's 2 Sams.
And now there's 2 Sams.
So he's got to protect both Sams.
And Sam 5 is the one who is out in the crash site, and Sam 6 is the one who gets woken up second. So that's how I'll refer to them from now on. Sam 6's excuse for going outside of a micrometeorite and the gas leak. Like, Gertie's not convinced by that.
No, but he's going to let him out anyway.
But he still lets him out anyway. Yeah. Like, Gertie is even sneakily on his side.
Because he then when they get the other Sam back, who is looking rough.
And even when he's
he's the one he's got like 2 weeks left, and
Yeah.
he's starting to kind of deteriorate.
Mm.
And you're like, oh, when you find out later on he's a clone, it's like, did they only build him to have a 3-year kind of lifespan?
That's certainly the implication of the film anyway,
Yeah,
because
that
he seems okay after the crash, and then like there's no mention made of him having fatal injuries from the crash.
Yeah.
It's just we got him just in time.
Yeah.
But then he slowly deteriorates. He's coughing up blood.
He looks really
he's got
really
the fevers
sick.
and everything. But yeah, I think it is supposed to be just his body's shutting down. And didn't you say that Duncan Jones confirmed it in an interview that the company basically built the clones to only last 3 years because that's about how long psychologically a human will put up with that sort of isolation.
Yeah.
So that there was no
point when they're at their peak efficiency, so there's no point.
Yeah, after 3 years.
It's a 3-year contract.
And you see Sam being like, I'm done. It's time.
I need to go home. I'm talking to my plants. I'm building a little village.
He knows he's only 2 weeks away from going home, but he's still like 3 years is too long. So obviously, I'm
starting to see things.
They did their research.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about how long a person can be isolated, so why bother making the body last any longer than that?
Yeah.
And it's just so, like balancing a checkbook, corporate accounting kind of thing. And those aspects of it, particularly the pod to send them home.
Oh.
Like, that is just fucking
I was reading through the trivia, and at the time, there's a little, like, social nuance in the Korean for goodbye that's used in that little video.
Yeah.
That tells them goodbye.
Yeah.
That it's the goodbye that's used by the person who's staying to the person that's leaving.
Mm.
As opposed to from the person that's leaving to the person that's staying. So the little video is actually saying bye-bye.
Yeah. Cool.
And it was just this really random little thing.
I think.
And I just thought that was so cool.
I did see something in the trivia about, isn't the station
sarang? It's like
a Korean word as well, but I can't remember what it
means. But
apparently
it's also in it's the same word appears in a lot of different languages, but they all have a very similar meaning.
Although I did find it funny that the one thing that you would expect to have obvious meaning, that the 4 names of the harvesters being Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, was just like the writer going, I need 4 names.
Yeah. Easy to remember.
Other than that, nothing, no meaning behind it.
Easy to remember.
The harvesters do look pretty cool.
They are. And they're just trundling around doing their own thing like little Roombas.
Yeah, with the big wide, like, sweet, because you get a really good look at them towards the end.
Yeah, well, there's the crashed
reprograms
ones.
it. Yeah. And they just do a big
I
wide
do enjoy that
arms.
when he goes and reprograms it so it'll crash into the antenna that's jamming all the signals.
Because, well, yeah, that's it.
It's part of the plan. Yeah, they're blocking what's going on.
It almost, actually, now thinking about it, the plot is like a smaller kind of version of The Island.
Yeah.
We meet these guys and their daily life, something happens, they realise that they're clones.
Mm.
And that is the problem for a while, but then the problem becomes survival and escape and letting the wider world know that these clones exist.
Yeah.
Just tweeted it out there.
Yeah, because that in The Island, they're telling all these people who are investing in it that they're just growing organs, whereas they're like, no, it's more efficient to produce actual people and we control them and we let them live in this doomsday reality.
Yeah. And in this, it would kind of track as well, because if it's a mining operation on the moon that's relatively new in the terms of the last decade or two, people would be interested in the first guy who goes up there, like, there's one guy who's going up there for 3 years to mine helium for like 70% of the world or whatever. People would be interested, but after he comes back down, the news isn't really going to care about his replacement. Nobody's going to be going, hey, I wonder who's operating that mining station.
Or they might be like, oh, it's fully automated.
Yeah, so it kind of tracks, and Sam 6 even says that. He's like, which is easier, like
training somebody and setting them up here, or just having
a couple
here.
Of spares up here. It's the far side of the moon, for fuck's sake. Nobody cares, like.
Yeah. Literally nobody gives a shit, like out of sight, out of mind.
I really appreciated, particularly on this rewatch compared to other ones, the differences in the two Sams.
Yeah, I like the fact that the new Sam 6 is angry and kind of shifty and very suspicious, and I love when he's watching Sam 5 wake up and he's in the corner with the sunglasses on. Just trying to be all like, cool dude, and it's so funny, and he's like, I'm here but I'm not, and I'm kind of paying attention, but I got sunglasses on, but don't look at me. And the way Sam 5 reacts to him and turns around to Gertie and is like, is there somebody else in the room with us? Because Gertie's just like, you have a concussion, you're okay, go to sleep.
But both of their reactions kind of make sense, because Sam 6 has just woken up from a crash.
Yeah.
Or that's what he's been told.
And he's been seeing things.
No, Sam 6
yeah.
has just woken up from a crash. Gertie's acting weird, and then he finds another version of himself already out on the moon's surface.
Yeah.
He's going to be a lot more suspicious of the situation compared to Sam 5, who has been on his own in the moon for 3 years, has never seen Gertie acting weird, but has been hallucinating and shit recently, wakes up from his crash, and there's just another version of him there. He'd probably think, it's just another hallucination. So he's not willing to accept it, whereas Sam 6 is like, fuck, I'm a clone.
Yeah.
And is angry about it.
And then starts like wrecking the place. Well, like he's like, there's got to be somewhere, like they've got to be here somewhere, as he starts to unravel it. And is like, I must find out.
Yeah. The fight between them is
I'm
great.
sorry, but when he's like, I need my slippers, and the other one's like, I'm using them, and he takes them off his feet.
Yeah. Just the conversations that they had. So we're both Sam Bell. We've got that going for us. It's just such an awkward conversation from
and then
between them both.
Tess? Do you know Tess? And it's like, yeah, you're the same person, dude.
Well, and even that though with Eve, that's just another layer of like not sinisterness, but like corporate manipulation.
Yeah, making them think that they have a little girl.
Well, they do. And original Sam, or Eve was born while original Sam was up there.
Yeah.
But we're told that clone Sams have edited memories. So they don't have to let him know that he's got a kid. They can edit the videos that they send like they already clearly do. But that's obviously there to give the clones something to look forward to hope that like, oh yeah, I'm going to get to go home and meet my kid.
Yeah.
And yeah, that they chose to leave that kind of in there as a manipulation tactic. It's just, there's loads of little bits like that. As you think about it on subsequent
it seems
rewatches.
like him and Tess were having issues, mainly to do with his anger, because they're kind of, Sam 5 says that he's like, I can see now what Tess
was talking about. Yeah,
so they seem to have been having issues. So keeping the kid there as well means that he won't give up entirely and then be like, oh, fuck it, I'm not doing it. Fuck you. That keeps him motivated to continue on, whereas the other relationship with Tess may not necessarily work out that way, depending on what happened with the original Sam, because they are the videos that they're using. So they kind of have to stick to that script. It
seems like from the first video we see, which is the one that Sam 5 receives.
Yeah.
They have, it was hard, but they've patched things up and she's looking forward to him coming home and meeting his daughter. But then we see a video that Sam 6 gets, which is one of the first videos where she's talking about somebody offering her everything now he's up on the moon.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's to be to do with the company or whatever, but then she's talking about how hard it's going to be and whether or not it's going to work out. Yeah. And then I think after that is when Sam 5 is talking to Gertie about, I see now what she's talking about. Yeah. And then says, we split up for 6 months. Before I came up here, we split up for 6 months and she moved back in with her parents. And we decided to give it a go again just before I came up here, I think is the impression that I got. Like they've just gotten back together before he goes to the moon. And maybe that was it. She was like, oh, you go up there and work on your shit.
Yeah, calm down. And that's it. He's like, when they're having the argument when he's in the banana with the yeast infection.
Yeah, I love the way he strips out of it in frustration. Like, just take me seriously.
And he's switching off the music and he's like, yeah, you got to calm down. Like, you got to work on that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, you need to be better because you're the one when they're working out the plan.
Yeah.
That's when he's kind of like, you need to like chill out and calm down.
Yeah, he's teaching them how to use the
ping pong.
And the carving.
The ping pong's great when it's like 19 too.
Yeah.
And how to whittle.
But just, their whole, both Sam's reactions to the situation at large and the individual situations they find themselves in, it speaks to both of their experiences. One of them has basically just come up here, and the other one has been up there for 3 years and is ready to go home, looking forward to go home, and has this thrown in his face.
Yeah, because he has a bit of a breakdown. He goes into the shower bathroom area and starts drawing the smiley faces on the wall as a countdown.
To countdown, his last 2 weeks.
And he's like, just 2 weeks, like that. And then he kind of deals with everything going forward and is very accepting of the fact he's like, no, I'm not going to go home. You're the one going home because, like, look, I'm falling apart, dude.
I think it's after he sees Eve when he gets outside the jammer range and he calls her. I think that's his final thing of like, let's really find out. And then he finds out that my wife is dead. and this is my child, like 15 years old. Okay, yeah, shit, I am a clone.
Yeah.
And I'm dying, so now, the plan should
you're
actually be,
new.
you go.
You're new, you need to go.
Yeah.
And it was like, they need to find one back in the harvester.
Well, yeah, because the initial plan is get a new one, don't wake him up, kill him, and put him out in the harvester. Sam 5 will go back to Earth, and Sam 6 is going to stay there and act like nothing happens, pretend not to know about the other Sam out in the harvester. But then Sam 5 is like, no, look, I'm dying. Put me in the harvester, you go back to Earth, and we'll let the new guy just wake up. And then we don't have to kill ourselves.
Yeah.
Because I like that there's I won't say they very quickly go to, but yeah, it seems like certainly Sam 6 is willing to kill a version of himself to allow Sam 5 to escape. And that in and of itself is quite
I think it's because as well, like, he's seen, like, Sam 5's been there for so long, and he's probably looking at him being like, this is the version of me I want to be. Like,
and he deserves a happy ending.
And he's put all this work in, and I love it when he's going around with his little plant glasses with the little lens clipped on, and like he's puttering around in it with the blanket on and everything. Like, because when you see him first, he's all like scraggly, and he's whoever was doing the robotics control for Gertie's arm.
Yes. The bit where
he's comforting him
when he realizes like that he actually is a clone, and the arm goes to pat him on the back, and but like hesitates for a second. Yeah, no, I did talk about it a little bit earlier, but I really like Gertie because effectively, he's there just for Sam, and that's his like core programming or whatever. But I
like that he also has a cup holder.
Yes.
I don't know why that amuses me so much, because he hangs from the ceiling. He's like fixed, and he like he's on like a little track going around the place, and it's just this little smiley face that changes expressions to like different little smiley face emojis.
Yeah, but he never
you kind of feel for the little fucking robot, which is that really stupid human pack bonding thing.
Yeah,
you know, where people like name their Roombas.
At first, you think Gertie is going to be the enemy because he's
giving off kind of Hal vibes.
Yeah, and he's hiding things from him. But he is kind of just hiding it from him to benefit him than to protect him. And even when he won't, he just, avoids the questions.
He's like a compassionate AI,
But he avoids the questions of am I a clone directly, because he's like, well, he's not ready for it yet. So I'm just going to be like, go back to sleep. You haven't had anything to eat yet. Would you like a meal? He avoids the questions until he kind of absolutely has to address them. He does help him out with the password, and as we're assuming, the live chat video that he lets him see.
And he tells him that he's going to have, everything's going to be video recorded.
Yeah, he's the one who's like, look, if you want to cover your tracks, reset me and delete my memory cache. Yeah. So and he says it to him. He's like, my job is to
protect Sam
Bell. And you're both Sam Bell.
Yeah.
And the guy in there is Sam Bell. And when Sam 6 asks him, like, when I'm gone, kind of, what'll you do? And he's like, well, other Sam will wake up and we'll just go back to normal.
We will resume our normal programming.
Yeah.
And it was like, why do I want to hug the big lump of plastic that's just zooming around?
I think he's just... In a way, I think he's kind of happy. He's like, things will go back to normal around here.
Yeah,
I'll have a Sam to look after instead of 2 or potentially 3.
Everything will be working again.
I don't have to lie to the company or lie to Sam. I can just be honest with it. And I think...
Everything regresses to the mean.
Obviously, Sam 6 is planning on getting back to Earth and stirring up shit.
Which you do see there is a nice combination of that. You get that satisfaction at the end of just in those few little bits of like radio.
When Sam 6...
the guy was like, I don't know if he's a clone or what, but I'm in jail. And it was like...
Lie to.
Of course... That would be the fucking
response. There's got to be some response like that.
Yeah.
When Gertie has that line about, we'll resume our normal program, and he's like, hey, we're not programmed. We're not programmed.
We're humans.
We're humans. I was like, well, then why are you leaving that other clone there if you're leaving? That seems a bit mean. But then obviously he has his bit where he stops and he goes back there and he reprograms the harvester. And then, as you said, you get that bit at the ending where the news has broken in the world.
And the live uplink is there as well now.
Well, I'm guessing that's what it was. He's left some message to be transmitted from the moon when the thing crashes, so that by the time he lands, news has already broken. Mm-hmm. And hey, I'm on a rocket ship back to Earth. Come and find me for more information. Yeah,
the music in this, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Clint Mansell, it's so...
Wait, did he also do The Island?
He did Requiem for a Dream. That would be his biggest one. No, I'm pretty sure The Island is Steve Jabowski.
But no, the music in this is excellent. I really, really enjoy it. And again, it's one of those things where if I actively notice it and it's a good way, it's because it's really fucking good.
He did some work on Sunshine, Black Swan, Mass Effect.
Okay, so he does good sci-fi music.
Titans, Doom Patrol, Peacemaker.
No, I think it is. No, it's more, there are kind of sunshiny vibes to the music.
And then he did Mute, which is kind of a follow-on to this.
It's set in the same world.
Yeah.
It's not a sequel as such, but there is a scene in it where there's like a courtroom
being
reported
and there's
on.
like
There's
28.
like 20 Sand clones or something.
Yeah, no, the music in this is lovely. It's more when he's out on the surface that you hear.
He does a pretty good job throughout. Like, you know, with the tense parts, with the kind of eerie parts.
I think it's like just when he's out on the surface, because it is quiet. There's no vehicle noise, because why would there be? You're in a vacuum.
You notice it more there.
And it's just very haunting. And you feel the isolation of this dude who is just trucking about.
Yeah, and especially after all the bongos in Clawfoot.
Oh my God. But no, like it's the same kind of quality that Sunshine has, the score in Sunshine, where you feel alone. And you have that moment where he's looking at the Earth.
Yeah.
And it is that shot from, I think it is from the lunar land, the original lunar lander.
Yeah. No, the music is great in it, and obviously Sam Rockwell.
Sam
because I'm not
normally
a fan of one-man shows or one-woman shows in movies. Like they don't often, like, not to say that they're shit or anything, they're not often for me, but this one I really, really enjoy, partly because he's just so damn good in it.
Yeah.
Playing the two different versions of Sam, and you do have Gerty there kind of as a bit of a foil to the two of them, so it's not entirely a one-man show really, but still his performance the whole way throughout is just fucking top notch. Particularly really Sam 5 slowly coming to accept it.
So him breaking down.
Yeah, culminating with that at the end after the phone call. And where he's just, I just want to go home. And that when things get too much for Sam 5, he seems to say that's enough. He says it a couple of times, like when the fight goes too far, he's like, that's enough. And he says it there as well. After he gets off the phone with Eve and he starts freaking out and saying he just wants to go home, he's like, that's enough. And yeah, you really feel for him there, because what do you do? You are the clone. You can't go back there.
You've nowhere off. You're completely trapped, but you're aware, like, because you've been given all these memories, so you miss that life. And that's where a lot of the ethics comes into it. It's like, to motivate him, like, it's bad enough you've made clones.
Yeah.
But, like, you've given them an entirely false life, which can deconstruct around them.
And it's not like other clone films where one of the ones we've been following is the original.
Yeah.
We only ever get to hear one line from the original over the phone.
Yeah.
So
nobody gets gone.
Nobody gets to go back to their life, because none of the characters we've seen have that life, that have the life they think they do. And it's
very different to the Truman Show, where he has a life and it is his life, but it's all manufactured around him, and that deconstructs.
Yeah, and he gets his happy ending of getting to choose how to live his life.
There's no ending for them, because even, Sam 6 has gone down to Earth and gotten it all shut down. He's got a finite lifespan because he's a clone. And all those other clones, then, well, the ones that haven't been awakened, they're
probably just going to get shut down.
They'll just get destroyed.
Yeah, and it is. It's a bleak ending, but it's in some ways, it's kind of happy, because Sam 6 escapes and gets to try and right the wrongs, and at least Sam 5 gets some kind of closure. He isn't the real one, but he's allowed one of the other clones of himself to stop this cycle from continuing. So good in that sense, but not a happy ending.
No.
But from the first, well, no, not from the first watch, because the first watch was only a half an hour or so, but I certainly wanted to go back and finish it. Yeah. And then, from the first full watch, I was like, it's a really, really, really damn good film from start to finish, and one that,
it was a tiny budget. It was only $5 million.
I think he said as well that the only thing he'd really change would be the special effects if you had a larger budget.
But I am partial to miniatures, and that I love that.
They're well done miniatures, because there's only maybe one bit where like, you know when miniatures are getting used, but they still look really good.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, oh yeah, they just, whether they get the perspective wrong or whatever, the lighting.
When the mercenary ship lands.
Yeah. It does have that, like, you can practically see the strings.
It's kind of that
shaking.
little bit jerky of the puppeteers lowering it down. But I love that.
But all the rover stuff and all the...
That doesn't detract for me because I am a fan of that.
And it's only really kind of one bit. All the rover and the harvester stuff I think looks great.
Yeah. The harvester crashing into the little mast I love.
Oh, at the end,
way it snaps. Because it is very much, it's a miniature driving into something.
One miniature driving into another miniature.
And it's been hinged and it's on a little, like, they've released it.
Timer, yeah.
And there's little sparks. But I love that, so that doesn't take away at all for me. I'm like, yay, miniatures.
Is there anything we didn't like? I don't know about you, but I have some issues with just the mechanics of the like communication block.
I have an issue with the entire back end of the harvester and where it flings loose debris because you seem to have to drive fucking through it. And I'm like, of course, it's a corporation. They don't give a shit.
I mean, they should give a shit about their expensive machinery.
Yeah. $500 handcart.
But
because, like, you seem to have to drive through it to get to the ramp. And I'm like, that doesn't look safe.
But I'm guessing it's only shooting out stuff from where it's kind of collecting it and grinding it, and I doubt the ramp is also collecting it and grinding it. So there should at least be a bit as wide as the ramp. Yeah, but it looks like you have to.
It's like if you're coming up on the back end of a comet, like you have to go up through the tail. It seems to.
It doesn't look great. Yeah,
it's like it's there's just bits pinging off it, and it's like oh no.
No, for me it's the communication like block because. Live communication to Earth. No, it's just a bit vague because communication.
Could they have to bounce it off like Jupiter?
That was my problem. So I watched the film when we were sitting in for second watch. I was like, I'll see if I can figure it out because the time delay between here and the moon, if you're communicating, is only like 2.5 seconds for there and back. So live communication is possible, but they're saying it's down. So I'm like, how is he relaying the information? Because he's when they're like new message received from Central, new message received from your wife.
Yeah.
And he plays the video. And it's like, how long has passed between him sending a message there and him getting a message back? I was like, oh, maybe they send it in the...
When they're sending up supplies?
When they're sending up supplies or when they're sending the helium-3 pods, in which case, it's 3 days there, 3 days back. But then they mentioned Jupiter link. And the time delay between Jupiter and Earth is between 35 and 52 minutes, depending on where Jupiter is. So that's really only a couple of hours. So I'm like, why is he getting messages so infrequently if it's only... Because if I was up there on my own for 3 years, I'd be... Even if I had an hour to wait for messages back and forth, I'd still be sending video messages all the fucking time to loads of different people. I'd be like, hey, all my friends, like, just, I'm bored and I heard I read this thing earlier,
What's the probe that's out really, really far?
Like Voyager 1.
That's it. I want to see how long the time delay is on that. They got
even at that, I think that's only a couple of hours to a couple of days.
22.5 hours.
Yeah, see? Like, that's...
It's 15 billion miles from Earth.
Yeah, so I just...
24 billion kilometers.
I just kind of, I want to know the mechanics of, like, what communication method are they using if they're saying that the live link is being blocked or jammed or whatever. Yeah. Like, how are they communicating?
They're just being a shitty corporation.
Well, no, but how are they explaining it to him, I suppose? You know what I mean? How does he think the messages are being transferred? But that, again, that's the only really thing that I don't like. I saw some people being like, there's loads of plot holes because, surely it'd be just cheaper to... like, Gerty seems really complex. Why can't he just operate the whole station? You don't need clones. And I'm like... Well, that's the central fucking conceit of the film, so I'd hardly call it a plot hole.
Yeah, well, Gertie can't seem to go out and, like, actually empty canisters, and there's, like, grunt labour that needs to be done just for, like, basic maintenance and operations and shit like that.
But it's the central conceit of the film, so if they're saying that it's cheaper to build a clone than it is to train somebody, I'm going to just believe them. I'm not going But, yeah, no, that's really the only thing that I didn't like about it. Like, everything else is fucking great. Like, it's a plot that's not too difficult to follow. It's not like it doesn't think it's super deep or anything like that. It's not a pretentious kind of film. It's paced really well. They give you just the right amount of information to keep you being like, I think, ooh, hang on. Ooh, oh no, shit, these guys are just assholes.
Yeah, it's like, no, they are literally evil corporation. Like, they couldn't be more evil.
And it's just, they're just Lunar Incorporated or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's like an Asian, it's in all good sci-fi, it's some sort of Asian American smushing.
Yeah, it's pan-global corporation.
Yeah, the best of the evil overlords is always Asian American corporations.
I suppose, yeah. I've seen people say as well that it was a bit too heavy on the references.
No, I liked it.
To things like, with the 3-year lifespan on the clones being ripped straight from Blade Runner, the evil corporation being ripped straight from Alien. And I'm like, is it though? Like, putting a lifespan on clones and having an evil corporation in the future is hardly limited to just Blade Runner and just the Alien series. Like, especially the corporation thing. Like, evil corporations are sci-fi bread and butter. Like, they absolutely are. So yeah, I don't think it was derivative or rip-offy at all.
No.
I didn't particularly like his follow-up, that Source Code one.
I don't think I watched that.
Jake Gyllenhaal in a time loop on a train.
Wasn't that fucking Philip K. Dick story?
I think it could have been.
Where it was around that time when they were like, oh, we're doing all these like sci-fi stories, but we're going to do them badly and miss the point.
There was a lot around the time because there was that Justin Timberlake one, In Time. That's a Philip K. Dick. I'm pretty sure, what's his face from Twilight, Taylor Lautner, was in a Philip K. Dick based sci-fi film around the same time.
Oh no, it's an original story.
Alright. But for a directorial debut, this I think is fucking great. And I also didn't know for ages that he was David Bowie's son.
Yeah, because he's Duncan Jones. So.
And he doesn't really, especially when this was coming out, it wasn't anything that he tried to be...
Like, oh, I'm David Bowie's son, like me. Yeah, no, because his mother would beat him.
Didn't think much of his first big, mainstream Hollywood film, though. Didn't he do Warcraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, Warcraft.
But that great. Warcraft, it's just one of those ones where it was like the production. I think that they were like, the studio was like, we need this.
Yeah, but this, he did a great job. It's really well written. All the acting, even the smaller bits from Dominique McElligott and Matt Berry being Matt Berry. The acting's great, the writing's great, the directing's great, the music's great, plot's great, pacing's great, visuals are great. What's not to like?
Yeah, no, it is. It is one that the Prestige is very similar for me. The more I watch the Prestige, I enjoy it more every single time, and I keep seeing new things in it. And this is very much the same. That every time I watch this, I'll see something new and be like, "Ooh!"
Yeah, well, I had never picked up
foreshadowing and that, and I enjoy that, and I like films that every time I watch them, I'll spot something new, or I'll have a new takeaway from it.
There's a whole load of symbolism just in and around the setup of the station as well. There's loads of various, it's a dot pattern where there's a dot pattern in a square with one dot in the middle. And that's a thing apparently from the criminal underworld.
It's
that's
a prison tattoo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's loads of stuff like that. And then loads of bits of foreshadowing.
They're never questioning. I love the conversation where 6 is questioning 5 and is like, was this model started? Bits were already here.
Yeah, he says I remember making this and this. He's like,
but the rest of it was already here.
Well, he doesn't say that.
But then he gets the time read out.
He's
like, remember he asked Gertie though, he's like, how long do you think I spent doing this? And Gertie's like, some ridiculous...
He says 938 hours, which wouldn't be... That's less than an hour a day for the time he's been up there. But Sam 5 doesn't say that it was started when he got up there. He just says... he says it in a kind of way of, I've been up here so long, I don't remember doing it all.
39 days.
The only ones I remember are
this, and this. But him also being
it's Sam 6 who makes the connection of, well, hang on,
who made the rest of this? Because this is our town. This is...
Yeah, so nobody else could have made the rest of it other than us. And you don't remember making all of it with the blade. Yeah. The way Sam 6 is drop the fucking blade, and Sam 5 is no, because you'll stab me with it if I do.
But I appreciate the fact how realistic that fight is, of them just kind of trying to push each other out of the way.
Well, and Sam 6 is slapping. more... Well, Sam 6, it's more of a fight. Yeah. And Sam 5 is just
what the fuck are you doing? Leave me alone.
Yeah, get away from me. I'm not as angry as a person anymore, and I kind of just want to defend myself. And he's also been up there for... Well, he's been up there for 3 years. He doesn't really remember how to do things with people because he sees that bit where he's like, can we shake hands?
Yeah, like that's human contact.
Yeah,
like I actually that bit as well. He's like, I've been here for a really long time. I just want to shake your hand.
Yeah,
that is so important as well. Like that, I need human contact.
Yeah,
I know,
even if it is with a clone of me.
Yeah, like that's something that people who are really, really ill, that's something that they notice is people don't want to like touch them, and that lack of human contact can really, really affect you. Like just something as simple as a hug or a handshake can make a whole person's day. And can you imagine like going 3 years without that?
But you see that then in how he fights, because he's just doing weird things like jumping on his back and like pulling hair, and he's not throwing punches like Sam 6 is, because Sam 6 is the angrier, in that sense, less isolated one, because he doesn't have the memories of being on the moon for 3 years. Yeah. He says he's only, when he asks him how long he's been there, he says about a week. Yeah. Yeah, it's just those little nuances in the acting are great that you pick up on subsequent watches. There's stuff, as I said, on the set that you'll pick up on subsequent watches, and then actual, plot stuff, foreshadowing. And there's always something new to appreciate. As I said, I had never really considered that thing of the live chat that Gertie's having with Central being done on purpose by Gerty.
Yeah, like he could just set it.
He could do it some other way. So why does he do that? Well, it probably is to actually let Sam 6
know. He knew he was awake because he had just been in with him and he had told him to go to sleep.
So there's always certainly so far there always seems to be new stuff to pick up on, and I look forward to finding more new things to appreciate about it in future watches. Yeah.
I just love me some Sam Rockwell. I think he's brilliant in this. He's fantastic in Choke with Angelica Houston, which is a fun
by all accounts, he's amazing in that, isn't he? In that 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Didn't he win a load of shit for that?
Yeah, but that is incredibly depressing, and I don't know if I would watch it. Not to shit on them. It's not the side of film I like. I watched The Lovely Bones, didn't talk to anybody for a week. Like I can,
but he's got that thing of he can do both. He can do really good comedy and he can do really good drama.
Choke
he can do both in this.
Choke is a really good example of that because it's quite serious, but it's also a very funny topic because he's a sex addict, but he's also like they're dealing with it because it is a serious addiction.
Yeah,
it has all the seriousness of it being an addict. Somebody comes to terms with their addiction, with all the humour that comes around having an addiction, a sex addiction, and the lengths that he's willing to go to. That, and very similar to this, playing both sides of it in the one person. I think there is a kind of dark humour to this. It's not, I wouldn't call it a dark comedy by any means, but there are parts of it where you kind of can't help but laugh at some of the absurdity of it. And again, most of it does come from Sam Rockwell's performance. Yeah. And then that one bit of the rescue crew. I love that rescue crew. Apparently there's a great thing.
There's like rescue tugs.
Yeah, there's a thing, it's like, please obey their orders even if they may seem strange.
Yeah.
It's like, that's because they're going to tell you to line up against a wall.
There was one IMDb review I saw, and somebody they just didn't get the film at all. They were like, it's stupid, and they had a whole bunch of questions, and one of the questions was like, why are they even sending a rescue mission? And it was like, why the fuck do you think?
That's not a rescue crew, dude.
Like, that they're not sending a rescue,
and they fix the problem.
In world they say it's because Sam's had an accident. And these guys are coming to fix the harvester so Sam can...
Yeah, because they need a crew to fix that harvester as well because it's got one of those little buggy things stuck in it.
Yeah, but Sam can't go out because there's a clone of fucking Sam in there. Like, it was... Sometimes you see these IMDb interviews and it's like, did you just turn your brain off when you watch the film? Like... I have, I mean, you don't have to like the film, but, that shit's explained.
Why is that dog running? Where's that dog running from?
Jesus.
Where is that dog going? It's the first 30 seconds of the movie. Yeah. Why is that helicopter chasing that dog? Why are they shooting the dog?
This is how movies work. You watch it and things get explained. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. The first 30 seconds of the thing, having to answer questions. It's like, this is... No.
No, go away. Shut up. I hate you.
Yeah, it was that level of did you watch? Just, no. Anyway, that was Moon.
Yeah.
It's excellent. Go watch it if you haven't watched it in a while. You will probably see something you haven't seen before.
I will say, if you aren't in a great place...
I don't know that it's that dark of a film.
No, but it can because it is. It deals with a lot of
it's depressing.
isolation.
Yeah, it is.
Issues.
It is depressing.
It can be. It is like if you're not in a good way, it will be a bit of a downer.
Yeah,
it's very bittersweet. So it just depends on what way you take that. But yeah, like I find like I would have to be in a fairly good mood to watch this. If I was in it, I'm really sad. This isn't gonna help that.
No, well, I mean, it ain't a comedy.
No,
that's for sure. But it's a damn good film.
Yeah,
it is a damn good film, and yeah, highly recommend.
Or if you're looking for an excuse to have a cry.
Yeah, to do that.
You can have a little breakdown with Sam Rockwell.
Plus bonus Dominique McGilligan,
Yay!
and they let her be Irish.
Yes.
What are we doing next week again?
Devil's Advocate.
Yes, that's right. So next week, I haven't watched that in.
I love that film. I love that film. Human fucking cocaine shaped Al Pacino.
Yeah, I look forward to it because
or
I
Al
haven't watched it
Pacino
in
shaped
quite a while.
cocaine.
But as ever, guys, thank you for joining us for our rant about Moon. We will be back next week with Devil's Advocate. If you want, in the meantime, you can head back and check out some of our previous episodes or our other podcast, Mono Rants the Boys. Or you can come and chat with us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram, monorants_the_boys. Or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll chat to you all next week.
Bye bye.